G'day everyone and welcome back to Learn Australian English, the podcast where we help you understand how Aussies really speak. Okay, so here's something interesting. Did you know that Australians are some of the most plentiful small talkers in the world? It's not just a cultural quirk. It's practically a social skill that's been fine-tuned over generations.
That's exactly right, Jack. Hey everyone, I'm Liz. Jack makes such a great point. Small talk in Australia isn't just about filling silence. It's like this unspoken way of building trust and connection, whether you're chatting with a stranger or catching up with a colleague.
Exactly. And what's fascinating is how simple and approachable it is. You don't need to be a wordsmith or have a deep topic in mind. It's all about being friendly and keeping things light.
That's so true. Australians have this knack for making even the most mundane topics feel engaging. Like you could be talking about the weather or your morning coffee, and somehow it feels meaningful.
Right. And that's what we're diving into today. How Australians approach small talk, why it's so effective, and how anyone can master it.
Let's start with the basics. What are some of the most common ways Australians kick off a conversation?
Well, the classic ones are, "G'day, how's it going?" Or, "How are you going?" These are probably the most iconic Australian greetings.
And for anyone who's not familiar, those phrases are just another way of saying, "How are you?" But what's really interesting is how people respond to them.
Exactly. You'll often hear responses like, "Good thanks, how about you?" Or even, "Yeah, not bad."
Oh, not bad is such a typical Aussie response, isn't it? It's like this understated way of saying, actually, things are pretty good.
It really is. It's one of those little quirks that gives you a glimpse into the Australian mindset. Relaxed, easygoing, and not overly dramatic.
And then there are the other casual greetings like, "Hey mate," or "How's your day been?"
Oh, and we can't forget about mate. That word is so versatile in Australia. It's like a universal term for friend, but it's also used casually with strangers.
That's what makes it so special. You could be at a cafe, at work, or even just passing someone on the street, and mate works in almost any context.
Exactly. And speaking of cafes, that brings us to another big part of Australian small talk: coffee and food.
Oh, absolutely. Australians are known for their coffee culture, so it's no surprise that it often comes up in casual chats.
You might hear someone say, "Have you tried that new cafe down the street?" Or, "The coffee there is really good."
And it's such an easy way to connect with someone, isn't it? Like, "Morning, grabbed your coffee yet?"
Totally. And then the response might be something like, "Yep, just got a flat white from the cafe around the corner." And boom, you're having a friendly exchange.
It's so simple, but it really does help build those little connections throughout the day.
And that's the thing about small talk. It's not meant to be deep or profound. It's just a quick, friendly interaction that makes life a little more pleasant.
Right. And another go-to topic for small talk in Australia is the weather.
Yes, the weather. It's like the universal small talk topic, isn't it? But in Australia, it's especially relevant because the weather can change so quickly.
Exactly. You might hear someone say, "Pretty hot today, isn't it?" Or, "Looks like it might rain later."
And then the response could be something like, "Yeah, it's boiling." Or, "Yeah, the clouds are coming in."
It's such an easy way to start a conversation because, let's face it, everyone has an opinion about the weather.
And it's not just about starting conversations. It's also a way to keep them going. Like, if there's a pause, you can always throw in a comment about the weather.
True. And then, of course, there's the weekend. Australians love talking about their weekends, especially on Monday mornings at work.
Oh, definitely. You'll often hear someone say, "Did you have a good weekend?" Or, "Did you get up to much?"
And the replies are usually pretty straightforward, like, "Yeah, it was pretty relaxing," or, "Yeah, I went to the beach."
It's such a great way to connect with colleagues or friends. And the phrase get up to much is such a classic Aussie expression.
It really is. It's just another way of asking if you did anything interesting or fun.
And then there's work itself, which is another common small talk topic.
Right. You might hear someone ask, busy day today? Or, how's work going?
And the responses are usually short and simple, like, yeah, it's been pretty hectic, or not really, it's been pretty slow.
Again, it's not about having a deep conversation. It's just about acknowledging the other person and sharing a moment.
Exactly. And Australians often end these conversations with phrases like, anyway, I'd better get going, or catch you later.
Or even, have a good one, which is just another way of saying, have a good day.
It's such a nice way to wrap things up. It feels friendly and casual, but it also signals that the conversation is coming to an end.
So, let's quickly review some of the key phrases we've talked about.
Sure. For greetings, you've got, how's it going? How are you going? And, hey mate.
For talking about the weather, you might say, pretty hot today, isn't it? Or, looks like rain.
And for weekends, there's, did you have a good weekend? Or, did you get up to much?
And when it's time to end the conversation, you can say, catch you later. Have a good one. Or, see you around.
Small talk is such an important part of everyday communication in Australia.
And the good news is that it's usually very simple English.
If you practice these phrases, you'll sound much more natural when talking with Australians.
Absolutely. And it's not just about the words. It's about the tone, the attitude, and the relaxed, friendly vibe.
That's what makes Australian small talk so unique. It's not about impressing anyone. It's just about connecting with people in a casual, friendly way.
So, whether you're at a cafe, at work, or just waiting in line, don't be afraid to strike up a bit of small talk.
You never know. You might just make someone's day a little brighter.
And on that note, I'd better get going.
No worries. Catch you later.
Have a good one.